Was it?
Yes. I'm afraid that I have another task that requires your assistance. The Adventurers Guild has recently received a commission directly from the Tenryou Commission. The assignment is both after assessing the assignment, the Guild has concluded that seasoned adventurers are required.
Just another day on the job for us!
Allow me to explain. The Tenryou Commission recently issued an arrest warrant for a young Oni by the name of Arataki Ito.
An Oni? You mean those big, tough-looking guys with horns on their heads?
That's correct. This particular Oni is quite vocal and audacious, so he already has quite the reputation on the street. So it came as a surprise to learn that he has recently been accused, but it doesn't end there. When the Tenryou Commission dispatched a Doshin to apprehend him, he assaulted the Doshin before making a getaway with his accomplices.
So let Paimon guess. It's up to us to bring this Oni. No problemo! This does sound like a job for the Traveler. He'll be back with that.
I have complete confidence you will succeed. However, please exercise caution. This Oni also happens to hold a vision, and is the leader of an organization known as the Arataki Gang.
On second thought, Paimon will leave the fighting to you.
We are still investigating Arataki Ito's potential motives behind, but please ask around in the streets as well. There will likely be a— Thank you. I will await—
Well, let's start asking around on the streets. Hopefully we'll learn a little more about this Arataki Ito guy and figure out where he might have run off to.
Arataki Ito? Yeah, I've heard of the guy. Word is, he did something. To be completely honest, I was...
Wait, you mean he already had a bad...
No, not exactly. So, on the one hand, he's a larger-than-life kind of guy. But on the other hand, he's emotionally volatile. I don't personally see him as a bad guy, but I guess I wouldn't put it past him to get all riled up and lose... You know, I'm afraid that I'm not too sure myself. When someone asks for it, he's willing to lend a helping hand, but other than that, he's just out making a scene with the kids on the... If I had to guess, his lack of income finally...
Is it just Paimon, or is this Ito fella...
I'm afraid that I don't have much else to tell you. He tends to spend his time with people a little more like... Perhaps you could try asking around some more.
Okay, thanks.
Arataki Ito. Of course I know him. We know he's already left Inazuma City, but with no clues to follow, we have no choice but to commission others for help, including...
Catherine says that Arataki Ito hasn't done anything seriously. Paimon's curious. Is there any evidence of all this stuff he's...
Yes, of course. Otherwise, we'd never have... For starters, most thieves will try to devise a way to conceal their identity. But for an Oni, the horns are a... At first, he was just one of our suspects. But when we went to investigate, he personally confessed to... What's most frustrating is that he then managed to escape along with his entire gang. He must have been... Of course he did. Whether material or psychological, he's never had a Mora to his name his entire life. And he's never kept down a real job. Word is that he also takes care of someone in his gang. After scrounging for a living all these years, maybe he thought that being the bad guy would be an easier ride. As for his psychological motives, it's a bit embarrassing to talk about, but we confiscated his vision during the Vision Hunt Decree. At the time, Arataki Ito put up quite a fight. It took a huge amount of manpower and resources, and in the end we had to... The Vision Hunt was a mistake, but we never expected that he would go to such extreme...
He does sound a little unstable. Just like people have been saying.
If the two of you are able to capture Arataki Ito, please...
Thanks for all the info.
Arataki Ito? Oh yeah. I heard about that whole thing.
Huh? How can you be so sure?
No, perhaps you misunderstand me. Maybe a story will explain it better. So, he used to spend a lot of time playing kids being kids. Aren't weren't exactly the most difficult to outsmart. I'm sure.
On purpose, though, right?
No, not at all. The one time I saw him win, he started jumping around and yelling, "I won! I finally won! I'm unbeatable!" And so on. Then he took the kid's candy as his prize and ate it right there in front of him.
Ugh, that's just plain.
He did take it way too far that time. The poor kid started He was pretty quick to admit that he was fully in the wrong, and it wasn't long before the kid had stopped crying. In fact, the children quite like playing with him because he's always So, I suppose what I'm trying to say is a guy who can't even beat kids at a children.
Huh. He doesn't sound like a bad guy at all.
Yes, my thoughts exactly. Still, so I'm not trying to condone his actions or anything. If he really had...
Thanks for the info. We'll keep asking around. Too bad we still don't know where he could have run off to. We already got word on the street, so maybe it's time to talk to a real specialist. Paimon remembers that there's a detective agency here in Inazuma. Maybe we can try asking there.
Please speak to President Sung. I'm just
Follow the time to go.
Hello. We'd like to ask some questions about...
Oh, him again. Sure. I have answers. We've already done some investigating for I've heard all about your travels. After everything you've been through.
How much more?
A one-off payment of 397,000 mora, up front. Plus a further 5% of your Adventures Guild remuneration as my commission, if Arataki Ito is successfully caught and brought-
Whoa! That's crazy expensive!
Hold on. I wasn't finished. It just so happens the initial fee has already been paid in full by the- And, as for that amount, I'll settle things with the Adventures Guild once we have Ito. So, now then, to give you the full picture in this case, we A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni looked fierce, but was gentle like the humans. The blue Oni looked human, but was reclusive, like an Oni. The crimson Oni wished to befriend the humans, but they were scared and threw beans at him whenever he came near. So the blue Oni said to the crimson Oni,
Akka, I'll cause trouble in the village. You come and stop me. Then the humans will accept you.
as planned, the crimson Oni chased the blue Oni away. The crimson Oni's deeds spread throughout the land, and people finally accepted him. But when the crimson Oni went to tell the blue Oni the good news, he was gone and left only a letter behind.
I went traveling. Don't come find me or they'll treat you as a naughty little Oni. But don't worry about me. No matter where I go, we'll always be friends.
That's it? What about the little blue Oni? Whatever happened to him?
I suppose the blue Oni simply disappeared, never to be seen again.
But the blue Oni was just an innocent little kid.
Of course it does. Otherwise, I wouldn't go through all the trouble of telling it. One interpretation is that the story is actually brought. What I'm trying to tell you is that the Oni have sacrificed a lot in the past in order to finally integrate themselves into human society. Every generation of Oni inherits these traits. So while Arataki Itto has never been known to commit a wrongful act in the past, can we ever completely rule out?
But how could he do that after the...
That's a very old story. Nobody knows how long it's been since the blue Oni disappeared. We can only assume that they... Besides, the suspect has already confessed. What is there left to discuss? According to my investigation, he was headed southwest. I would bet the Tenryo Commission is unable to enter territory controlled by Sangonomiya troops. No doubt that's the reason Arataki Itto chose to flee in that direction. Don't mention it.
Wait! Paimon still has a question. If Arataki Itto has...
I could only assume so. Judging from his previous bouts, he is a skilled fighter with a lot of brute strength.
Okay, but what's up with people throwing beans at Oni?
Ah, yes. Now that you mention it, in fact, all Oni will avoid beans, but especially Itto. If you could weaken him a bit by triggering his allergies, perhaps you'd have better luck subduing him.
It's fine. He's the...
It just so happens that I have a bag of beans right here. I was planning to use... Of course, I will charge the Adventurers Guild a fair and reasonable...
Sneaky. But also, thanks. Let's head to Yashiori Island and start... According to Detective Sango, Itto should be some... Oh, footprints! Let's see where they lead. There's a camp here, but nothing stands out as particularly noteworthy. Let's keep moving forward. There are more footprints here. He should be just up ahead.
Time to go.
Wait, could that be him? Is that Arataki Itto? He doesn't seem to be looking this way. Perfect. It'll save a lot of hassle if we can avoid a fight.
Yeah. Beans!
Are you okay? What should we do? Paimon didn't think...
Don't be alarmed. It's just my my allergies acting up. It's all right. I got this. I just gotta tough it out. I can take it. I can take it. Who am I kidding? I gotta catch my breath here. Whatever it is you want, it's gonna have to wait. I need a moment. Need a moment? Hey, why'd you have to be so mean, huh? Surprise attacking me like that. Hey, whoa, take it easy. Just stop with the beans, okay? So you're here to bring me in. Well, whatever. If you think I'm going back with you, you can forget it. I pack a mean punch, you know. I don't want to hurt any...
That's pretty big talk considering all the beans we have.
Yep, that's right. Me, all by myself. As boss of the Arataki gang, I gotta nab a little food and drink when we're running low. That's only...
Yeah, but nabbing people? That's...
Not when their families will pay good mora to see them again. Easy pickings. And the extra mora means I can, give some to my gang. Hey, what's with all the questions? Like I said, I'm not going back with you.
No way, mister! We've accepted a...
What did you say, little one? Go on. Say it to...
Well, mostly he took a commission to bring you back.
Looks like you aren't gonna let this drop. In that...
Uncle Ito!
Don't run now. Careful or you'll fall.
What's taking you so long? You said we were gonna have a beetle fight today. Come on, you...
Yeah, that's right. Still going ahead. But you see, I've been out here for ages, and I still can't find a beetle that I like.
Huh? Who are they? Are they your...
Yeah, that's right. I told them not to come, but what can I say? It's because of a little thing called,
Huh? What are you talking about?
Come on, just play along. Leave the kid out of this.
Uncle Ito, you don't look so good.
That's because Uncle Ito bumped his noggin on a tree branch while looking for a beetle.
Okay, if you say so.
Yep, I'll be right there. Hope you're ready to lose today.
Who were those people?
The old lady was Granny Oni. She's the one who took me in and raised me. And the kid's name is Daisuke. I took him in just a while back. They're both like family to me. They escaped with me out this way, along with my boys from the Arataki gang. If I didn't bring them with me, the Tenryou Commission would be knocking...
Right. But if you care about them so much, then you shouldn't have done all that stuff that made them worry about...
Listen, how about we make a deal? You two let me go wrap things up with Daisuke, and once we're done battling beetles, the two of us will settle things with a... If you win, I'll come quietly. You can take me back to Inazuma City, and you won't hear a peep. I'll just tell little Daisuke that my friends and I need to step outside for a moment. That way...
What should we do? There is...
Oh, it's on! I like your style. All right, but first things first. I need to find... Come with me. Saves you worrying that I might... You guys have seen Oni Kabuto out in the wild, right? Even though they might look menacing on the outside, they're big softies on the inside. But let me tell ya, once the Oni Kabuto start fighting, the grand game of beetle fighting is a match where your beetle tries to flip the other beetle onto its back. Hey, it's not just some kid's game, okay? There's way more to it. I have taken part in more beetle fights than you would believe. At least 800. I may have even crossed the 1,000 mark by this point. Anyway, after a while, you can tell a beetle's fighting potential just by... But it's not just about all the physical stuff. Oh no, your Oni Kabuto's gotta be in the right headspace as well. If it's not up for a fight or doesn't have the guts, boy, are you two lucky you ran into me. When it comes to beetles, I'm the expert that the...
But we're not the ones that will be playing.
Oh, yeah. Anyway, not a problem. You two might think I'm just tooting my own horns here, but and by the way, that kid has one tough beetle. We can't underestimate it. Yeah.
Okay, so he's...
Okay, let me see. Ah, there. Let's head to that hill. I'll bet my bottom moral we're gonna find...
Uh-oh! Lightning storm!
Ah, just our luck. Well, hopefully that'll... Oh, darn it, they're all gone. Let's hop down. Look, you see all those purple things? It's a whole pile of Oni Kabuto. Now that's what I'm talking about. Huh? Oh, what the... Ah, no, not lavender melons. Well, even a pro like myself can make a mistake from time to time. It's okay, just gotta roll with the punches. Let's... This is the one! This is the one! See? As long as you're in my company, yeah, it's on the smaller side. But, size isn't everything in a beetle fight. Just let the expert explain, okay? What smaller beetles lack in strength, they make up for in agility. They usually... Listen, you can never see a beetle's true energy until it's in the ring. It might look a bit young and docile, but that's got its advantages. Haven't you ever heard the saying, don't young beetles that have never fought before always go all out in their first fight? Older beetles that have already been through the wars tend to just cower in the corner the moment they see a strong... Hey, didn't I say not to worry? Come on, just have a little faith, would ya? My experience is telling me that this Oni...
Right here! Look what Paimon found! If we're gonna battle some beetles, then Paimon wants in! It's not like we have anything else to do. When you hop down, Paimon flew off somewhere else near... What do you think, Ito? It's big and strong, and look back, the one you guys found must be way bigger.
Oh,
Nope, this is the first one Paimon...
Well, looks like you got a real knack for this. You'll be a fellow...
Oh, so...
Anyway, great. With both your beetle and mine, I can tell this'll finally be the one. Well, you know, that's just life, man. There are so many people in this world who... So many unrelated things have to come together at once in just the right way to make victory happen. There's this word that...
As in pure luck? Huh. Guess it makes no difference whether we have Paimon's beetle or not, then.
Whoa. Let's not do anything rash here. I think both of these fine beetles have a shot at winning. Let's just hang on to them and give them both a try. A true warrior never leaves a... Anyway, time to head back and get this show started. Man, I am psyched for this. Woo! Let's go!
Finally, you're back! Can we start our beetle fight now?
Yeah, sure thing, buddy. But you better watch out. I brought a real winner back.
Don't worry, I'm not scared of your beetle. Go!
I've got this fight in the bag. Let's go, Nimble Ninja!
Huh? When did you come up with that name?
Come on, you can take him, little guy.
That's right! Finish!
Oh, no! My little Nimble Ninja!
Ha! Looks like
Dang it! Oh, it's my 7th loss in a row.
Stripey Ghost is invincible!
I won't forget this. I'll beat you next time, I swear! All right, Paimon, you're up. Time to give Crimson Cyclone a shot. Maybe it'll end this losing streak of mine.
All right, go get him, Crimson Cyclone!
Whoa! That one looks ultra strong. But it's still no match for you, Stripey.
All right, little guy, use your Super Pаймon Tornado!
No, I can't believe it.
Yay! We won! Ha!
Boy, did that one put up a fight. Woo! It wiped the... I know a real beetle trainer when I see one. Way to kick some beetle butt.
See? Paimon's got real talent. Of course, Crimson Cyclone has to take some of the credit, too. Oh, right. Yeah.
Hmm?
This is for you, Daisuke.
Huh? For me?
Go ahead, take it, Daisuke. When we finally get back to the city, you can...
But will we ever be able to go back?
Of course we will. Trust me. I never go back. Anyway, I got some things I gotta discuss with my friends here.
Good. The kid doesn't suspect a thing.
You're from the Tenryou Commission, aren't you? I bet you're here to capture Uncle Ito.
Huh?
Hey, didn't I tell you? They're my friends.
That's not true. I already know everyone in your little gang, but I've never seen these two before. Uncle Ito didn't do anything wrong, and not only did he not do anything wrong, he also saved—
Hey, some things we don't tell to outsiders, remember? I'm a real lousy liar.
Ito, sometimes you need to just say what you have to say. Don't worry about us.
I guess. Thanks, Granny. Seems I can't hide it anymore. Come with me, I'll explain. I'll be honest with you. This thing the Tenryou Commission is investigating, with someone going around taking people and their possessions, it wasn't me. I have my own reasons for lying about it, and I really didn't want to get innocent people. And the same as you. I just want to avoid conflict at all costs.
So why in the world would you say they...
Maybe you don't know because you're Outlanders, but it all started a long, long time ago with the story of the Crimson Oni and the Blue Oni.
Hold on a second. If you're talking...
Oh, so you already know. Well, that makes things a whole...
So, is the story...
Everything about the fate of the Oni is true. The Blue Oni chose exile, but the other details aren't historically accurate. Fairy tales are nice stories, but the Inazuma of long ago was a dangerous place. If you wanted the Raiden Shogun's protection, you had to have... The Oni are a proud kind, so it wasn't easy for them to ask others for acceptance. Over time, the Crimson Oni were friendly with the humans, but the Blue Oni, they were more...
Paimon thought you were two different species. So we...
Yep, that's right. There's no real difference between us. We just paint our horns different colors to show which side we belong to. Because humans were still wary of Oni at the time. The Crimson Oni always hoped to find a way to live in peace with the humans. Humans didn't see a difference between Crimson and Blue Oni. All they knew was that if things were to continue that way, the Oni were never gonna get along with humans. And so, the most revered, over drinks, they swore an oath. The Blue Oni would play the role of evil Oni to help the Crimson Oni integrate into human society. First, the Oni must abandon any prejudice they held against humanity. Every Oni was to accept humans in their heart before the humans accepted them. Oni were not to use their strength to... Second, the Crimson Oni were to integrate with human society, but not by trying to please the humans. The Oni were to embrace their own honest characters, their surging tempers, and their awesome strength. In other words, they were to carry on the Oni bloodline while also protecting our... After choosing exile, the number of Blue Oni began to dwindle. Until eventually, since I first heard the story of the Blue and Crimson Oni as a kid, I've heard it count.
So you're saying the real culprit was a descendant?
That's right. Most people don't pay attention to the color of an Oni's horns. They probably don't even know. But nothing gets by the Arataki gang. At the scene of the crime, they saw an Oni. Still, it'd be strange if the culprit really was a descendant of the Blue Oni. Exactly. They would give up their life before abandoning their pride. I've always respected the Blue Oni for the sacrifice they made. And I know the aspiration, our pride does not allow for any wrongdoing. You don't steal from other people. You don't harm other... My guess is that the Blue Oni was tricked or forced into it somehow. That's right. If I didn't step in, the Tenryou Commission would have definitely...
What does Daisuke have to do with any of this? He said that you saved him so he knows.
He was the one I managed to save from the Ronin after I sent them running from the scene. He was off playing somewhere when they came by and ransacked his house. By the time... The whole reason I'm in this is to help this kid find his mom and dad again. I never wanted to tell you any of this. My original plan was to knock you both out and take my family to hide somewhere. There's more to this than just one Blue Oni. There's a dangerous group behind everything that's been... That's everything. The whole story. If you don't believe me and want to drag... But, if you're willing to believe me, then please, give me a little time. Once I
Yep, Paimon too. Just treat it like we're here to keep an eye on you.
So, you... all right. I knew you'd be reasonable. I knew it. I was thinking right from the start. I should tell you, though, things could get a little dangerous, so,
Don't worry.
All right. Then our first job is to investigate where this Blue Oni is hiding out. There's a victim of his that saw him up close, currently taking refuge at Song...
Into the wind.
Yo, you must be Masato.
An Oni? Oh, no, not...
Oh, yeah. Not the one that robbed you, though, so, chill. I contacted you before, remember?
Oh, right. Sorry. I'm still a bit on edge after the incident. So anyway, it's not the first time that's happened to me. Usually you just hand over some Mora and they'll leave you alone. At least you don't lose your goods at, but this time was different. They weren't willing to talk things over.
Huh? That's totally...
I got down on my knees and begged. Said I had a family to care for, and that my business is our only livelihood. Then I saw that there was an Oni among the group. I thought he was gonna be the one to finish me off, but instead, he stopped the others and told them to let me go. Yeah, that got them all arguing with each other. His cohort said that I was sure to retaliate if they released, but the young Oni was insistent that they shouldn't lay a finger on me. Things got real heated. Luckily, they let me escape with my life in the end. And I scrambled to get myself here, where I'd be safe.
So he'll steal, but he won't harm people. Seems he has some sort of standards. Did he say why they were robbing you?
Surely it was Mora, right? I mean, I can't say for sure. It's not like I asked. But what I did hear them say...
Ugh, that idiot Oni. Do you have any idea where they went after they robbed you?
I have no clue. But I think they're pretty active. You weren't gonna go after them, are you? Seriously, I'd advise against it.
Ah, don't worry. It's just a bunch of no-name scumbags. I got a whole... If these two islands are where they tend to hang around, we're sure to run into them at Nazuchi Beach sooner or later. They gotta pass through here sometime. Let's just hang tight. If I'm not mistaken, they'll be...
Yeah, things might get a little rough, so... Oh, here they come!
Yeah, there they are. And one of them has horns. All right, it's go time. Let's get... Can't catch me. Looks like you fellas aren't going down without a fight. Fine by me. Let's fight first and talk later. Let's roll!
The fairy.
See no more! Cha! Yeah!
Oh. Finally, No. Let's get down to business. My blade!
Bam! It's showtime!
The fairy. The fairy.
Hey, don't even think about running. It's me, Arataki Ito, descendant of the Crimson.
I know who you are. From the day we are born, every blue Oni knows their purpose. We all know our fate is one of self. But what about the Crimson Oni, You don't know anything about us. Not our miserable history, or any of our names. Mine's Takuya, by the way, because those who get sacrificed should be forgotten, right?
No, you're wrong. I never knew the Blue Oni had survived to this day, and the moment I found out, I was determined that Since you remember the pact between our two factions, I assume you also... So my question is, how could a proud Oni like yourself go and abuse the weak and plunder the innocent? Why break the oath? Huh? What's so funny?
Who are you to talk about pride? The Blue Oni gave up everything, just so the Crimson Oni could live peacefully in human society. But let me ask you, Arataki Ito, what exactly do you... You're a blundering fool who can't hold down a real job, a laughingstock of the town, and worse still, you let them get your vision during the... You're a disgrace to the Oni kind.
Hey, come on. None of that stuff's a big deal. I mean...
Since when do you care what other people think? You just do... Do you have any idea of the kind of life my kin and I have lived while you've been hanging around and we were cut off from the rest of the world? We severed all contact with it. And since then, we've had no place to live, no stable source of food, no clothing, no medicine, nothing. Besides the oath we swore to uphold in our...
So, that's why you joined...
That's right. Why should I accept that life? Is holding fast to a worthless oath supposed... I've abandoned our Oni pride. I've given everything that I've stolen from humans to my community. What I've taken will at least keep them from... That's what matters most to me.
Yeah! Besides, the Blue Oni sacrificed themselves so that if people see Oni causing trouble again, then that'll defeat the...
You make a good point. But Arataki, the Blue Oni are the bad guys, so we're expected to do bad things. Our actions won't... Unless, of course, this bonehead decides it'd be a great idea to take all the blame for himself, completely destroying the trust between you. He's the one that wasted the sacrifice we made.
Huh? Well, I only had to do that because of you. I couldn't just stand back and let the Tenryo...
You should get your priorities straight. The Blue Oni are history, all right? Forget about us. The Crimson... Why couldn't you have just stayed out of it?
There they are! Seize them!
Oh no! It's the Tenryo!
Forget it. This was a wait... Look, I don't expect you to understand me, but you could at least take a...
Hey! Hey! He got away! Uh-oh.
We can't get caught here. Looks like I'm up to bat. Just wait here, and we'll escape to... Whatever you do, don't attack any of the Tenryo Commission, or they'll be after you.
Who goes there?
Attaboy!
Soldiers, quick! Come on, men. He won't get away this time. Just give yourself up, Arataki Ito.
Oni coming through!
I won't forget this.
Man, they really came out in force today. I'm kind of flattered the Tenryo commit, but I still haven't completely recovered from the bean attack earlier. I'm starting to lose my edge here. No way. All that would do is send them after our Blue Oni friend instead. but I have to.
Then what should we do? The turn.
No choice but to keep kicking some Tenryo butt.
Hey, boss! Thought you'd have all the fun without us, huh?
Granny Oni sent us. We're here to lend a hand.
Maybe we can't take him, but we can sure slow him down. Now's your chance. Hey, I told you to stay out of this one.
Well, we're in it now. Come on!
Go! Do what you gotta do, boss.
All right, then. Watch yourselves. Soon as I'm done, I'm coming back for you. Come on, you two. Time to roll!
Don't let them get away. After them.
Hey, you guys want some of this? There's plenty to go around.
Run for it, boss!
As boss of the Arataki gang, getting rescued by my own boys feels pretty humiliating. I promise to never let you down, boys. All right, we've got some footprints to follow. Let's find Takuya.
It was real touching and all what they did, but those few guys weren't much.
Huh. Is it just me, or are there more and more footprints here? A wrecked cart and some goods. Look alive, we've got company. Seems they definitely don't want us going any further. Let's see what's waiting for us up ahead. Huh. Besides the footprints, there are other signs of life here too. Must be plenty going on around here. Let's investigate. They couldn't have just disappeared into thin air. Yeah, unless they're all ninjas or something. Hidden entrance, yes! All right, this is gonna be where they keep all the people.
Paimon thinks Takuya's probably in there as well.
Huh? Fire away? Of course I did. But it takes a world-class blockhead like Takuya to think his... So I'm here to save him no matter what.
Huh? What were you two talking?
All acquired by less than legitimate means, no doubt. And all the more reason we gotta put an end to this.
Finally, I could fairy. No.
No problemo. That'll be what this mechanism's for.
Oh, it's moving!
See? What did I tell you? Just trust my instincts.
Finally, I... No.
Can't catch me.
It's my lucky day.
As one with wind and cloud.
How's this?
into the wind.
Can't catch me. Can't catch me.
Look at all the people locked up in here.
Must be holding on to them for leverage. All right, let's get them out of here.
How's this? How's this?
Attaboy!
The fairy.
The wind knows me.
There's more. The fairy.
All right, you're all free to go.
Sorry, but have you seen our little boy?
Calm down, dear. We don't even know if you...
But... Oh, my little dice...
Oh, you must be Dice.
Yes, that's right. Have you seen him? Where is...
Don't worry, he's safe and sound. Someone's looking after him now on Yashiori Island. I can show you. He's been worried about you. I bet he'll be relieved.
You were the one who saved him? Oh, thank you.
No, please, no. No need to thank me. It's my... Before you go calling me a hero, let me ask you this. Wouldn't any other self-respect...
Really? Just one little
These vagrants are insatiable. No one dares stand up to them for fear of what they might do.
Oh, would they really do anything?
No, actually, because one of the guys, the one... Oh, in fact, his horns look...
At night, he would secretly bring us food and water. Are you a friend of his? Or...
relative.
Oh, maybe there's something secretly troubling him. He seemed different from the rest of the gang. They seem like heartless crooks.
Let me put it this way. There are a few things he needs to straighten out.
I'm glad to hear that. He's lucky.
Don't worry. He'll be in my... Anyway, you should scram.
Yes, thanks again. You've rescued our
Huh. A child that made some poor choices. Anyway, let's get going, while we still have time.
Time to go.
is the place. The jig's up. Surrender while you can.
There's more! Fallen leaves adorn my...
Who wants some of this?
To the very end. Bet you think you've won, don't ya? So naive. This is my home turf. I'll let you in on a little secret. A long time ago, I picked up this rare paper charm. What makes it so special is that if you tear one piece, the other piece starts...
Newsflash, don't care about your cute little origami obsession.
You'd better stay where you are and let me Aren't you curious what the other piece is used for? I'll tell you. It's now the critical component of a mechanism, and when it gets torn, this place goes...
What? You're gonna blow this whole place?
Oh, don't worry about me. I made sure that I've got... You've had your fun. Now... my paper charm! Where's my paper charm?
Oh, I'm sorry. Are you looking for this?
Yes, that's it. But when did you...
I snatched it earlier, to stop you from doing it.
Why, you...
You're one to talk. What about burying everyone here? If you ask me, that sounds like you've already betrayed her.
Just give it here!
You done talking now? Huh? You sure? Great, because I'm done listening. Great work, Takuya. You arrived in the nick of time.
Stay away from me.
Huh?
I said stay away, or I'll tear the paper charm.
Hey, oh, okay. Fine. Just calm down. What are you doing?
Just because I won't let him blow this place to bits doesn't mean that I won't do it myself. Unless you want to get buried, you should leave this place now.
You won't go through with it. If you were that cruel, then why bother protecting every person?
I'm not here to reason with you. Go! Just get out of... This sacrifice is mine to make. Mine alone.
No one needs to sacrifice themselves.
All right, then you tell me. I've tarnished our Oni pride and abandoned our ancestors' oath. Only I chose this path so I could provide for my fellow Oni. I was ready to die. This is between us blue Oni. But you...
They're here! We won't let them slip away this time!
Uh-oh! There's no...
A Tenryo commission! I'm the one you're looking for. I did it. You're the ones in charge of detaining criminals in human society, right? I'm sure you can tell who the Huh?
It's like he's trying to reenact the fairy tale!
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about. It's me you've been looking for, and here I am!
Stop fooling around, Ito!
Listen, Takuya, sacrificing yourself won't solve anything. Your sacrifice can't protect me or your fellow Oni, and giving up your life isn't gonna make theirs any longer. Sacrificing yourself is one way to escape your fate, but the only one you'll be setting free is yourself. Listen to me. You want to be the tough guy? Huh? Well, this is the coward's way out. Don't let your sacrifice stain... The Blue Oni have been scraping the bottom of the barrel all these years, so let's give them a new... We've made mistakes, but we can make up for them. Fate hasn't been kind to the Oni? Well, then let's tear it up and... But before any of that can happen, you need to get yourself behind me and forget about all that self-sacrifice. Now let's go. But we're not done talking about this. Takuya! I'll take care of this. There are still people in danger. Go, help them.
What?
Hey, I got this.
Come on!
Forget about me! Just go! It's what I deserve!
Ah, shut up, would ya? That's gonna hurt tomorrow. Ugh. What's up with the looks on your faces? I said we'd be okay, didn't I? I'm sure I'd be looking a whole lot sharper right now if it wasn't for that brutal bean attack of yours earlier.
Why? Why would you do this for me? I'm the guilty one here. I don't deserve this.
Because we're Oni, that's why. We share the same blood, brother. Our parents and their parents before them never taught us that it was I just wish you'd come to find me sooner. If you knew about me all along, then you should have come and asked me for help. I never would have dreamed of turning you away.
The Blue Oni disappeared so that they wouldn't bring trouble to the Crimson Oni. If I came to you for help...
Not to me. I've always respected the Blue Oni for their sacrifice. It's only because of them that we have survived to see today, and built a world where Honestly, everything that I have now, I owe to the Blue Oni. And let me tell you, the Inazuma of today wouldn't see you as a villain just because of the color of your horn.
You say all that, but... in spite of everything...
That's just how I roll, man. You remember the pact, don't you? We're not supposed to suck up to the humans. We're supposed to earn their respect. Every member of the Arataki gangs had a tough time trying to fit in. Take Akira, for example. He snores like you wouldn't believe. Or Genta. He's got a Even Granny Oni. She got that name for taking me in as a kid. We're all rejects and outcasts in some way. You want to talk about pride? Well, in our gang, we're proud to welcome anyone who's been...
But...
don't worry. The Arataki gang's already a bunch of misfits. You really think you could cramp our style?
We've dealt with the Kairagi and the people they took captive. I assume the two of Takia. Based on the findings of our investigation, I hereby announce that you are officially under arrest. All stolen articles will be reclaimed. That means we'll be seizing all the goods you passed on to your kin.
No, please don't! Without those goods...
It's all right, Takuya. Those goods never belonged to us anyway. Don't worry, I'll help take care of your kin. Now that I know the situation,
Might want to put your grand plans on hold there. You're under arrest too, for numerous assaults on the tin...
Oh! Yeah, I guess But no worries, I'll put my gang on the case. My boys will take good care...
Yeah, we've already arrested them too.
Oh, right, yeah.
That's what they get for resisting the...
Yeah, I guess it's up to you then, Traveler. Could you be a pal and tell Granny Oni about the Blue Oni situation? Yeah, I know the drill. This isn't my first time.
As for you two, lending them your aid when you knew full well they were in the wrong means... But, given your unique circumstances, and in light of the
Sorry for the...
Hey, wait! Unique circumstances? Are these guys like Oh, yeah, okay. Cool. Yeah, all right, see you next time. Whenever that'll be.
Well, he's pretty. Weird. But at least he's not a bad guy.
Time to go.
Ah, yes.
So, did they take Uncle? Yes, they did. But don't be too He and his gang may have acted recklessly, but the fact remains... Yeah, I knew it! Uncle Ito helped us, and he...
Now, don't get any ideas, Daisuke. Ito is a far... If you ask me, I'd say he's like one of those... Though he looks fierce on the outside, he has a kind heart. He's not a...
I don't really get it, but it sounds like a
Thank you, Granny, for taking care of our little boy. I hope that
Yes, you needn't worry. The officials...
It's time we started heading back. We'll be sure to visit again soon.
Ah, I'm glad that everything was resolved in the end. Things were... As for the Blue Oni, just leave them to me. If there's...
Do you need our help?
No. Besides, once Ito is released... Oh, yes. And you know what? I think that he does whatever he puts his mind to.
He's sincere. Back when I took him in, everyone thought I was most unusual indeed. They started calling me Granny O, but I've never been ashamed of this name. Because Ito is my
A long, long time ago, in a village lost to time, there lived a crimson Oni and a blue Oni. They were the best of friends. The crimson Oni wanted to be friends with the humans, so the blue Oni played the role of the naughty kid. And then he left. After a long time, the crimson Oni was living happily with the humans, but in his heart, he wanted to bring the blue Oni back home. The crimson Oni didn't know where to find the blue Oni. His search took him up the highest mountains and across the widest rivers. He found many traces of the blue Oni, but the more he found, the clearer it became. The blue Oni was hiding on purpose. So just as the blue Oni had once done, the crimson Oni left him a letter.
Dear Owl, I've made lots of human friends now, and I want to have a big party for everyone. I want all my friends to be there. That means you too, Owl. If you don't want to meet me, you can just watch from a distance.
The blue Oni snuck back to the village and hid in the shadows. He saw the great feast and roaring fire and longed to join in. But though his stomach rumbled, the blue Oni remembered the oath of old and kept his distance. Suddenly, he jumped. The crimson Oni was right behind him.
Hey, you're finally back. Come on, I'll introduce you. It's time everyone met my best friend.
Hey, Traveler! Remember that pit at the bottom of the chasm? You know, the one that the giant pillar smashed into. Pаймon took a quick peek before we left last time. There was some kind of light coming from inside. Don't you think that's a little strange? Oh, so you've been wondering about that too, huh? Now that we have some time on our hands, let's go and take another look.